Good morning. I am off on another camping adventure. I purchased a motorcycle, and the plan was to pack everything up to do hammock camping in my motorcycle saddlebags and strap down to the back. I was going to drive about 3 hours northwest to a place just outside of Richmond, Powhatan State Park in Virginia, and do a little camping there. I'm hoping to get there in the next 40 minutes or so. That'll put me there around 9 o'clock. And I think they have like 15 to 20 miles of like trail, horse trail, hiking trail. And then I was going to walk back to my campsite. I'm hoping to do at least 8 or 9 miles of hiking a day and then camp. And then I was going to get up tomorrow morning, pack everything back up on the motorcycle, and drive to Kerr Lake State Park back down in North Carolina. Do the same thing there tomorrow, camp there Saturday night, get up Sunday night, and that'll put me about 3 hours from home. However, the motorcycle had technical issues. Done everything I could do to get it fixed before the trip, but I had already made reservations and already had my mind set that I was going to hang in my hammock this weekend, so I'm carrying through with the plans. I'm just driving my truck instead of the motorcycle. So I'll see you at the campground. All right, I got to the park, and there's 9 primitive campsites, kind of first come, first serve, I think, or they assign you a spot. So luckily I was here first because some of the sites are not suitable for hammock camping. There are sites of tent pads, and then they have another little pad, what you would think is a tent pad, but there's a picnic table and a fire ring on that pad, and there was a walkway between them with crushed stone, so for tent camping it's ideal. But I saw maybe 3 of the 9 sites that I don't know if you could even hang a hammock on. So I'm here, I'm walking. It is, time is it? Around 10:30 or so. Sun is up. It's supposed to be 80 some degrees today, so I'm gonna have to learn how to walk in the heat. And already sweating. Catch you next time. Well, when I first started walking, I was saying that this is almost easier than what I've been walking at home at the mill pond, but I guess I'm getting close to the water. I think I see the river through there, and we're starting to get into some elevation change. Although it's all been downhill, but to get back to the truck, I guess I'm gonna have to go up a hill at some point, and it seems like I lost the trail here. So hopefully I get some uphills to try to get in some kind of condition. All right, see you next time. So I parked at not at the campground, but another little trailhead here, and walked in on the cabin, and it showed you could connect it to Pine, and then take Pine to Big Wolf, I want to say, and that would make a big loop back to where I parked. But I got about 1.2 down the cabin, and the trail just seemed to end. I kind of wandered around there for 15-20 minutes to see if I could, like it was a log, and it was a well-worn path through the log. On the other side of the log there was nothing, and don't know if the log was put there to say this is where the trail ends, or so I kind of wandered around to see if I'd missed a turn, and apparently not. So I'm backtracking now, trying to get back to my truck somewhere around lunchtime. I think it's lunchtime now. It's 12 or so now. If I get back, I'm gonna have a little snack and maybe see if I can go do that Lone Wolf. That looks like the longest trail, continuous trail in the park, and I think that's 3.5 miles or so. So I'll let you know. All right, I hope you can hear me. I guess Powhatan State Park is experiencing gale force winds today. Made it about 1.5 miles. Like I said, I had to turn around because I lost the trail somewhere. I'm gonna dig into my bag here and see what I can come up with. It looks like biscuits and gravy is for tomorrow morning. Beef stew it is. So
I might have to get down behind one of these pillars to get my gas grill going. Boil me up a little water and have some beef stew for lunch. Then go back to walking. Well, I'm gonna call this a day of backtracking. I said earlier about the trail was closed and had to backtrack on the same trail to get out. I stopped and ate that beef stew Mountain House, and got back to camp. I went back and I had put my tarp up. I went back and put my hammock up and just kind of got some things set up around camp. The wind was howling terribly, so I was kind of worried about my tarp being down there. Turned out it was okay. But when I was going through my bags, I looked in my power bank, the Anchor power supply thing. Couldn't find it. So I backtracked to the backtrack trail. Does that make sense? So stopped and went back down, walked everywhere I walked one time before. I don't know how it could have fell out of my bag. I did stop a couple times, sit down. Don't recall taking my pack off but one place. Check that place real good, and it ain't there. So I guess if I see a park ranger, put a word in it, lost and found. Somebody finds it. Hopefully they turn it in and they'll let me know. But I don't have any good hopes that I'll get it back. So if anybody's in Powhatan State Park, finds the Anchor 10,000 milliamp charger, get in touch. Well, it's 5:30ish. My phone's about dead. Haven't done a lot of recording because of that. I am currently walking back to my truck. I am going to sit in my truck for about 30 minutes and let my phone charge. Hopefully that'll get it up enough to make it through the night. So I won't be recording any, because if in an emergency I need my phone to have power. So I'm gonna say good night, and I'll get with you in the morning.
Good morning. My head is stopped up. My sinuses are swollen. I don't know if I was open mouth breathing all night and snoring, or there's some kind of pollen in the air, but my nose ain't right this morning. So I slept really good last night. It got down a little colder than I expected it to. I didn't get cold, of course, but when I went to bed, I was thinking I'll lay here all night sweating, but it was not the case. I've got a little charge on my phone this morning. Got all my gear laid out. Everything's packed up in the sacks and stuff. I just need to now stuff it in the backpack and walk out of here. Going to Kerr Lake today, and I'm going to do some hiking there and hang my hammock and camp one more night. Just because I don't think I showed it yet. There is a river there. James River. 2.5 hour drive, and have arrived at Kerr Lake Saddle White recreational area. You see I'm right across from the water, and I got my hammock hanging and my tarp back, so hopefully I can lay in it and look out over the lake. So I don't know where any trails are. We'll just walk around the campground until I see a trailhead and head down it. I'll see you later. As you can see, some of the campsites are like right on the water. That's like 19, I guess this is 20 here. That tent is like over the front door and almost get your feet wet. So now I know to come back, get one on the water side. Alright, I finally come across a trail. Big hopper trail. And we're somewhere on the peninsula, so I can't imagine it going too far. I don't have a park map, I don't have a trail map, so I don't know where this is going to go. It's going to put me.
where I'm gonna come out, but I'll find out. The one trail was not very long, but it does kind of just skirts the shore of the lake, so it's nice to walk. I went down and it just dead ends on it was like a bathhouse there, but that section of the campground hasn't been used in a while because the driveway was blocked off and the road was in disrepair, covered with leaves. So I'm assuming that used to be a section of the campground that they don't use anymore. And so then I backtracked and walked it in the other direction where I joined it earlier, and it did the same thing. It dumped me out in a campground that's like this. And there's markers up, there's picnic tables, fire rings. I don't know how you would ever tent camp here anyway. I see a backhoe parked over there, so maybe they're doing works in this part to get it back in usable condition. Pretty place. I'll be back. I'm even thinking about bringing the camper here and maybe staying a long weekend or so. So I think I got about a mile back to, I'm about 2 miles in. I got about a mile back to the campsite. I might go get in the hammock and just swing for a bit and chill out. Wait till time to eat. Listen close. It's raining and there's the lake out there and it is lightning. Pretty steady. 4:30ish now, going on 5 I think, and it's supposed to be cleared out of here by 8. So I'm sitting here on a piece of wood underneath my tarp. I'm gonna go get my stove in a minute, probably heat up some water, eat something, and then maybe watch a video or something. It's fun stuff. So yeah, this storm didn't skip me. It is pouring down. The lightning that was flashing across the pond or across the lake is now popping overhead. Thunder, lightning right on top of me, and it was getting to the point where water was surface flowing across the ground. Let's see if I can turn this thing. Like, it's starting to come in. So I dug me a little trench to redirect it away from my attempt at cooking here under tarp. So I'm dry. The tarp's doing a good job. I don't have the doors rigged up yet. I wish I had some cordage I could try to get the doors closed, but it's a 12-foot ridge line, so I got a foot on either end probably that I've got. It's got to blow that hard to get in here, so hopefully won't run down my suspension or anything. Looks like I got some water breaks, so I'll check back in a little bit. 8 o'clock, just like it quit raining. I probably won't ever sleep tonight. I slept all afternoon, laying there listening to it rain on the hammock, on the tarp. So I am currently getting my fire started. I am going to just sit here and watch some hiker TV, watch the fire, and hopefully I'll be sleepy again in an hour or so I can get some sleep tonight. Well, it's about 10:30 or so. That's the campfire dying down through my bug netting and through my tarp. And just gonna wrap it up for the night. I'm in the hammock, just sitting here watching this, make sure it don't flare back up too much. So, good night. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. It rained buckets. As soon as I decided that the fire died down enough that I could like drift off, it started raining, and it rained hard, beating down on my tarp all night long, which made it restful, but it also woke me up, if that makes sense. And
So it is probably 7 and I'm up. I got my cup of coffee. Everything's packed up. It looks like it might rain again, so I didn't want to dilly-dally around camp. I wanted to go ahead and get packed up. Everything's in the truck, ready to roll, drink this coffee, and just clean up a few more things that I've got sitting around, and be on the way home. So I'm gonna wrap the video here. If you like it, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Let me know why. And next time, peace.